हाय गाइस, गुड इवनिंग, वेलकम टू दिस पॉडकास्ट। तो आज का जो पॉडकास्ट है वो एपिसोड 7 है इस पॉडकास्ट सीरीज का, एंड आई वेलकम यू ऑल टू दिस सैटरडे नाइट लाइव पॉडकास्ट। आप आते हैं हर सैटरडे को, सुनते हैं हमें कि हमें क्या बोलना है, और आज आपके लिए बहुत ही वैल्यूएबल पॉडकास्ट लेके आए हैं मैं और आशीष, क्योंकि हमारे साथ है सुपर डुपर चैंपियन लेडी, चैंपियन गर्ल, और जितना भी बढ़िया चीजें बोली जाए उतनी कम है, शोभना सिरोही। इन्होंने अपनी लाइफ चेंज करी है एक ऐसी चीज करके जो आप सभी अपनी लाइफ में आराम से कर सकते हैं। ज्यादा परेशान होने वाली बात नहीं है, बस स्टे विद अस टू द एंड ऑफ दिस पॉडकास्ट एंड वी विल टेल यू। एंड आशीष भी है मेरे साथ, जो कि को होस्ट है इस पॉडकास्ट के। आशीष, ओवर टू यू।
हाय वैभव, हाउ आर यू? एंड सबसे पहले तो यार मैं बहुत बहुत ज्यादा शुक्रिया करना चाहूंगा शोभना का फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस, फॉर ग्रेशियसली एक्सेप्टिंग आवर इनविटेशन, फॉर शेयरिंग हर नॉलेज। और यार सबसे पहले सारे हमारे जितने भी व्यूअर्स हैं, यार पहले एक काम करो, जस्ट सब्सक्राइब का बटन दबा दो, अभी दबा दो। वेट मत करो, ज्यादा वेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसको अभी दबा दो और लाइक बटन का कान मरोड़ के उसको नीला कर दो, ठीक है? और नोटिफिकेशन का बेल जो है वो आइकन दबा दो, बिकॉज कोई भी ऐसी आपकी नोटिफिकेशन मिस नहीं होनी चाहिए। सो ये तो हो गया सब्सक्रिप्शन का खेल। और उसके बाद अब जो पहला सवाल है मेरा शोभना जी आपके लिए, आई मीन शी इज आवर फ्रेंड, तो ऐसा
तो
कोई
अभी
बहुत
अभी
ज्यादा वो नहीं है।
अभी ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कि अभी कोई केबीसी का कोई आशीष जो है वो अमिताभ बच्चन बन के आया एंड ही इज लाइक कि शोभना जी आपसे आ रहा है पहला सवाल।
यार हुआ क्या है, मैं रिसेंटली मैंने मेट्रो में ट्रैवल कर लिया था, तो उसमें बार बार में सुनता है। हाँ, तो मेरे को वो फील आ गई है। बट रियली यार, आई मीन अगर हम लोग एक्चुअली देखें तो ज्यादातर हम लोग जितने भी हैं फिटनेस के बारे में जो हम सोचते हैं, ऑल वी थिंक अबाउट इज सिक्स पैक एब्स, ठीक है? या फिर सलमान खान की तरह शर्टलेस होना चाहते हैं, बिग बल्जिंग मसल्स। बट व्हाट हाउ डिड यू गॉट ड्रोव टुवर्ड्स योगा? ये योगा का कॉन्सेप्ट कैसे आ गया आपको?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here with you both. And इतना जो अमेजिंग मेरा इंट्रो कराया है कि मैंने बहुत अपनी लाइफ चेंज कर ली है।
I mean, this is true. This is true. I have not made it up.
हाँ, somewhat it's true. So yoga की journey I would tell कि it didn't start from day one. I also started with the same thing, that I wanted to cut down the fat around my abdomen. That's how people want to look good. So I started with that in 2018. My mental and physical state, both of them were really bad. So I started with very basic strength training only, with like body weight training only. Then I saw somebody doing headstand. So I was like, I want to do the headstand. For that time, I didn't know it's an asana or something.
शोभना, किसको देखा था हेडस्टैंड करते हुए? बाबा रामदेव?
I don't remember. I was just using Instagram because that time I was into fitness. So I used to follow people and see what they're doing, learning things from there. So I don't know किसको देखा था करते हुए. But then I went to YouTube and I searched for it कि कैसे करते हैं. तो मैंने किया with wall support. I could do it in one go. That's something I really give myself
awesome.
That pep talk कि okay, you did that in one go,
Right.
but with wall support of course. So from there then I moved to splits कि अब splits करते हैं. With that my body weight training was on only, but with that I realized when I was doing that practice, when I was working on those two skills, it was not just about be able to work on those and do the headstand or splits. It really helped me with learning things about my body, how patient I have to be, and how respectful I should be towards my body. Because splits, when you're trying now, so you tend to you can actually hurt yourself. So you have to be really patient with yourself.
Yeah.
So from there it started, and from the mental perspective, I would say. From physical aspect, it was really good. You're doing asanas and all, but they help you with the mental with your mental strength as well. So there comes the breathing part. So when you are going into deep stretches and all, so then you have to understand how you breathe. When the tension you get in the muscles, so you breathe through it.
बट इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग दैट यू वर एक्चुअली टॉकिंग अबाउट वो जो स्प्लिट्स करते हैं. तो
Hmm.
मतलब दिस वाज समथिंग दैट यू वांटेड टू डू या फिर रोडीज का कोई एपिसोड देख के यू गॉट इंस्पायर्ड?
No, no, I just wanted to when I started this journey, no, तो उस टाइम पे मुझे था कि यार सिर्फ I was doing plank और push-ups तो होते नहीं थे खैर इनिशियली तो नी push-ups वो भी मैं जब फर्स्ट किया
Yes,
था तो वो भी नहीं
it's a
समझ में
it's
आता
a
था कैसे
difficult
करते हैं.
exercise. It's a difficult exercise.
Yeah, it is now I can do I am in a, like I can do 15, 20 in a go. So I've
Hmm.
kind of come really far. So that's a good thing. But हाँ उस time पे it was really difficult. Then I saw कि cool down भी होता था. YouTube videos में दिखाते थे अच्छा workout कर लिया. Now you should do cool down as well. I wasn't getting trained under anybody. It was just like search and do. तो फिर उससे split start किया करना मैंने. तो it was not that मतलब it is not difficult but it takes a lot of patience so it made me a very patient person I would say.
भाई वैभव तू शुरू
Wow.
मत कर देना स्प्लिट्स करना.
No,
It needs
I
I
proper.
used to
It
cannot.
tell
needs.
Vaibhav, he knows my
It needs
journey.
proper guidance, भाई. It needs proper guidance.
You don't worry. I don't try these kind of stunts.
No, but it is really helpful. Splits is something which everybody, I would say, everybody should actually do some stretches, which will lead you to be able to do the full splits because it helps you open your hip area. And people usually have the lower back issues, mostly
Hmm.
because first of all they are into the desktop, and then secondly their hips are quite tight, and
Hmm.
because of that the pain also goes into the lower back. So it's important to have open hips and have those flexibility in your hip flexors.
But Shobna, I have heard that if you when you are in your puberty age, at
Mhm.
that time when you practice or before puberty you practice splits, so only then you can achieve that kind of flexibility. But since you say that you have started somewhere, I mean, I would say a mature age, right? So I mean, was it very difficult, or I mean, just trying to understand how did you achieve that which others say is impossible?
It's not that impossible, but and first of all, people have this perception. Okay, I am not flexible enough, so I will not go into yoga. I can't do yoga. But the thing is, you have to do yoga to be flexible. Okay, so
Okay.
when you're doing it at the early age, it is really easy. I would say not easy. Then also you will be doing the same kind of stretches and all. But yeah, your muscles are growing, and then that becomes little easier, and you will be into that practice. So at that tender age, it is still easier than the later stage, but it is not at all impossible.
बट
So you
ऐसा
can
कोई
start
था.
at any age.
बट शोभना ऐसा कोई था मतलब जिसको आपने देखा एंड देन यू गॉट रियली इंस्पायर्ड कि हाँ मेरे को भी योगा करना है, और वाज इट जस्ट अ पर्सनल कॉलिंग?
Um, I would tell you, like I solely follow somebody with all my heart, and I'm very inspired from is Neha Gulati. She's on Instagram. That Fit Mom is her Instagram handle. So I got inspired after watching her posts. She used to do this yoga poses, and then I used to see and
Hmm.
search how to do it, and then I used to try. तो वो वहां से थोड़ा और मोटिवेशन आया व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग सच पीपल to get the inspiration that became like that was one of the thing which helped me get into the practice and follow it
Yeah,
and not just
I think that is the best level of inspiration and influencing, which today there is a buzzword which is social media influencer.
right.
But on the name of social media influencer, I see mostly people just wearing funky and swanky clothes and getting clicked and just posting. But that's, I believe, is not a influencing. This is the actual influencing which you are talking about, which is inspiring people towards a better life or a better
Yeah,
lifestyle.
it really helped me changing a lot of things in me and following such people who help you bring a positive change in your life is really really important.
Yeah,
So that's the power of social media, which one should experience and not the other way around.
yeah, and I would like to say to all my viewers, शोभना's इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल इज राइट देयर ऑन दी स्क्रीन, तो आप जाके शोभना को फॉलो कर सकते हैं. एंड ऑब्वियसली शी पोस्ट अ लॉट अबाउट योगा, तो वहाँ से जाके आप भी कुछ यू कैन गेन इंस्पिरेशन फ्रॉम देयर. I would like to jump on to the next question, Shobna. I would like to know that what all changes in your life this yoga has brought in. What all changes you can see in your life after you started practicing yoga. I believe that those would not be very visible initially, but now since you have been practicing it for a very long time, so what changes do you feel?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I was never overweight or something, so I don't have a very that kind of transformative journey in terms of physical appearance. But
Hmm.
yeah, I have this kind of transformation from being weak to being strong,
Yeah.
and it had a lot of other changes. It changed my perspective, how I used to see life, how I used to take things
Hmm.
up, and it was in all it was really transformative for me, especially I can just talk about myself. I would not tell, okay, you can see the changes. Yoga is something that you can do and experience. You would listen to a lot of people, but you can only understand once you experience it yourself by doing it. Other than that, it really helped me gain the flexibility, and that have helped me feel a lot better about myself. ऑल्दो हाँ मेरा वो जो गोल था टू कट द बॉडी फैट अराउंड द एब्डोमेन वो तो अभी तक नहीं हुआ है ऑल्दो आई हैव गॉट अ रियली गुड कोर इन फैक्ट इट्स
Hmm.
नॉट इट इज नाउ नॉट अबाउट द फ्लैट टमी बट इट इज नाउ अबाउट द स्ट्रॉन्ग कोर तो वो एक चीज थी विच शिफ्टेड माई पर्सपेक्टिव फ्रॉम बीइंग यू नो जस्ट लुक इन अ सर्टेन वे टू बी फील इन अ सर्टेन वे तो
Yeah.
एक चीज मेरी चेंज हुई है एंड अदर देन दैट बहुत पॉजिटिविटी ऐसा नहीं है कि हमेशा आई स्टे पॉजिटिव आई हैव माई लोज माई डेज लाइक दैट बट
Yeah.
या अगर वो पहले 40% पॉजिटिव होती थी नाउ आई एम एटलीस्ट 80% पॉजिटिव एंड आई एम एबल टू हैंडल थिंग्स विद lot more awareness and mindfulness. So it is one thing that yoga brings, which is mindfulness. It makes you actually see the things as they are and not how you would perceive in your head
Yeah.
with those messages and all.
But I think the biggest point which I have taken from it is that you just said that from being a weak side to your the towards the strong side of yours. So I think that in itself brings in a lot of changes in your psychology. You feel more
Right.
confident. That's the biggest point. So that's
Yes,
good.
absolutely. And Vaibhav, on that note, that brings me to a very interesting topic because आप दोनों अभी बात कर रहे थे about strength, right?
Hmm.
So another thing which really gives people a lot of strength is spirituality, right? So everyone kind of have their own definition of spirituality. सब लोग उसे अपने तरीके से समझते हैं.
Hmm.
बट कहीं ना कहीं योगा के साथ स्पिरिचुअलिटी जो है वो काफी साइड बाय साइड चलती है. पीपल लाइक टू सी अ कनेक्शन, राइट? And then we talk about strength. So spirituality is something which gives you inner strength, and yoga is also all about channelizing your inner
Hmm.
strength and all those things. So how do these two combine? So have I mean, did you see a connection between the two?
Yeah. Even I
Uh,
want to ask the same. It's there in my mind as well.
okay, yeah. So first of all, I would say कि spirituality is something ना you have to explore. It is quite बहुत बड़ा vast topic है to talk about and to actually explore and to have that experience of being a spiritual person. For me, personally, spirituality is more about having being happy in the present moment. I have not kept it quite difficult for myself. So for me, it is just about being happy in the moment,
Yeah.
being present, not drifting to your past or going into the future, feeling that kind of anxiety and all. तो वो सब ने इतना difficult रखा है. And for that, yoga has helped me a lot. How? Because asanas keep my body fit, and when I meditate, it helps me keep my mind calm. And when you have not those kind of distraction in your body, you can always be present in the moment, and that's
तो आप
how it helps
Hmm.
me.
आप शक्तिमान कब बनने वाले हो फिर, जब अंदर से कुछ चैनलाइज कर लिया है तो?
नहीं, नॉट इट इज एज आई सेड, इट इज क्वाइट, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि आप एक दिन में इसको कर लोगे. सबके अपने, if you're अभी right now you're here, you can fall back to the ground zero and then you have to start all over again. So it's just a journey. You just have to
Yeah.
keep exploring.
Yeah, you are actually right. And since you mentioned that you are here right now, and it doesn't matter how slow you go forward, but ultimately from here, then here, and then the way up, you keep on building yourself. But I think
Right.
when we talk about spirituality, I know that we are not grown and mature enough to talk about it in length. But I see when we feel something about it and we feel good about that particular thing, whatever we understand around us, I think that's the best, and it indicates that yeah, you are in the right direction. So with this
बट वैभव तूने इम्पोर्टेंट चीज या नोट कर ली है ना, नोट कर लेना, बिकॉज इट्स अ ग्रेजुअल प्रोसेस, तो तू
Then
आगे
I would
जाकर
like to
नहीं,
ask our
नोट करने
viewer
की
also here
नोट
if
करने
they
की
are
जरूरत
watching
नहीं है,
this.
नोट
राइट
करने की
I would
जरूरत नहीं
also,
है. ओके ओके
sorry.
ओके, नहीं शोभना, यू गो अहेड एंड देन आई विल स्पीक.
Yeah, I would like to really explore this definition of spirituality. So if people are watching this, I would really like to go back and read the comments, and we can see here ki what is their um, like what do they think about it? What is their definition?
राइट,
Yeah,
तो सुन
right.
लिया ना, so, हमने सुन लिया ना, सो अभी के अभी while you're watching this, just comment आपको क्या लगता है, what is spirituality to you, and if there is a question that you want to ask Shobna, so उसको प्लीज comment कर दो, या फिर आप इंस्टाग्राम पे भी वो सवाल पूछ सकते हो, मुझे, वैभव या शोभना को,
शो
किसी को भी
किसी
टैग
को
कर
भी.
सकते हो, राइट? So just go ahead, tag us, ask your question, and Shobna will be there to answer them.
Sure.
बाकी वैभव, कोई है सवाल तेरा? क्योंकि मैं
हाँ,
तेरे को ये बोल रहा हूँ कि भाई
बहुत सारे सवाल है.
धीरे 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 हेड स्टैंड करना है और धीरे धीरे स्प्लिट करना है, तो एक दिन में मत करना, वरना मुझे आना पड़ेगा फिर तेरे को उठाने के लिए.
पॉडकास्ट सैटरडे नाइट लाइव नहीं हो पाएगा
No, but
फिर.
actually, you guys are also in the desktop, so you guys should
हम्म,
actually have some stretches that should be there. मतलब करते रहो
या
यार. It is very very important. Otherwise थोड़े दिन बाद बोलोगे ओहो बैक पैर
Yeah, actually, this happens.
neck.
I think we would not realize this right now because we are at a very young age right now. But by and by, if we do not take care of our health, if we don't take care of our body, and if we don't treat our body as a temple, then I think after the age of 35 or maybe 40, the consequences would occur, and it would be very much visible on you. So
Yeah, it is really important to actually to take your body seriously. We are in that lifestyle right now where we just don't take care of it. A lot of people do also, but not just about the strength and building muscles. Not, you
hmm.
should have a holistic approach towards your health, and not
Yeah,
just
right.
focus on one factor like strength only. You should
Yeah,
have
राइट.
strength, flexibility, mobility, agility, endurance. A lot of factors are there to have a
hmm.
which actually makes fitness
Yeah,
for
right,
anybody.
right. And I just got reminded again of that the thing you just asked, आशीष, कि मैं कुछ नोट कर रहा हूँ या नहीं कर रहा. तो नोट करने की जरूरत है नहीं, because this video and this podcast is going to be on the YouTube, so I can always go back and watch it again. So viewers को भी शायद नोट करने की जरूरत नहीं है यार, दोबारा आके देख लेना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं
नहीं,
है.
सिंपल 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 सा फंडा है यार, बार बार देखो, हजार बार देखो, ये देखने की चीज है भाई, इसीलिए यूट्यूब पे लेके आ रहे हैं पॉडकास्ट के जरिए. और यार
Right.
आई मीन आई एम ग्लैड शोभना एक्चुअली ब्रॉट इट अप कि यार हम लोग सभी, ऑलमोस्ट हम तीनों ही, वी आर लाइक आईटी प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, सो लाइक पूरे दिन डेस्क जॉब रहती है, बैठे रहते हैं, ठीक है. एंड एज
Right.
वैभव पॉइंटेड आउट, परहैप्स एट दिस एज हमें नहीं पता चलेगा कि बॉडी कैसे बाद में रिएक्ट करेगी.
Yeah.
तो एक्चुअली एक्चुअली जो मैं पूछना चाहता था वो ये था कि हाउ वुड अ बिगिनर, राइट, अ बिगिनर्स रोड मैप इनटू योगा. बट अब मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ कि क्या नाम है, समवन हु इज एन आईटी प्रोफेशनल, राइट, एंड ऑल्सो जिस तरह का लॉकडाउन हम सब ने एंड्योर किया था, जहां पे हम घर पे थे, कोई
Yeah.
एक्टिविटी, फिजिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं कर सकते थे, राइट. सो इन दोनों पहलुओं को, मतलब अगर हम सोचे, सो व्हाट आर दोस इजी starting yoga, right, like poses which we can start with, or a lifestyle that we can start which leads
Yeah.
us towards yoga, if you could answer
Uh,
that.
yeah, yoga. अगर आपको if you want to start with it, you can just take start with the basic asanas. For example, you can start with sun salutation. Sun salutation, सूर्य नमस्कार सबने
Surya
सुना होगा यार,
Namaskar.
ये तो स्कूल
Yes.
में भी हो जाता था, कराते थे.
Hmm.
तो वहां से आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. यू कैन गो फॉर 5, 10, 15 राउंड्स बिकॉज सूर्य नमस्कार इन्वॉल्व्स 12 asanas and
Hmm.
that is very strategically placed, like asanas are strategically placed in that sequence. It covers from your upper body to your back to your lower body, and
Hmm.
it works on your shoulders, your wrist, and everything. So you can start with sun salutation, and there is one more like sequence that you can go for, which is moon salutation. It has also like some asanas, so
Hmm.
you won't have to go and search. Okay, I will have to do two from here or read something. So it is a sequence which you have, so you can just go through it,
Hmm.
follow those set asanas, and you can start with that.
या
Other than that,
शोभना, अदर देन दैट मेरे को एक वो पूछना था, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अभी जैसे मैं चेयर पे बैठा हूँ, राइट, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हम लोग आईटी वाले बंदे सब यही बैठे रहते हैं. इज दैट
Hmm.
समथिंग, यू स्पोक अबाउट स्ट्रेचेस, तो है कुछ ऐसा जो मतलब मैं बैठे
yeah,
बैठे इस चेयर पे
definitely.
कर सकता हूँ?
We so need stretches. मतलब
वो
when
तो मेरे पास भी है. And if
वो तो आई
Shobna.
थिंक हमें ऑफिस वाले भी बताते हैं कि प्लीज कर लो, बट nobody
Right.
gives a damn.
नो,
Right. Right.
just to reiterate, if you could tell everyone, right, कि मतलब
Yeah.
बैठे बैठे कुछ नहीं करना और बस कुछ कर लो एटलीस्ट, कुछ नहीं भी कर रहे
So
तो.
yeah, Shobna.
So
अभी अभी
नहीं
शोभना
वैभव
तुम
पता
बताओ
है,
and I'll do
I
it.
think we should ask Vaibhav about this because I think ये बहुत ही ज्यादा ऐसा वाला क्वेश्चन है which he should also know because you're in IT. Vaibhav, just
बता भाई,
tell.
बता वैभव, तू
अच्छा,
ही कुछ
मेरे
बता दे यार.
मेरे पे आ गया ये क्वेश्चन. आई थिंक शोभना इज सपोज टू आंसर दैट.
No, it's okay यार, ये तो IT वालों के लिए है. You can also answer it.
Yeah, so I remember from my.
And I before that I can tell. You were in that Fit for Life. You remember,
Yeah,
Vaibhav? So you have to
you're
answer this.
asking me, do I remember? Yes, I do. Yeah,
तो बता,
so
बता वैभव, क्या कर सकता हूँ मैं बैठे बैठे कुर्सी पे?
actually, there are many things which you can do. First of all, after every, after every 40 minutes or an hour, you just look somewhere away from your screen. Maybe something which is at a distance of 3 to 5 meters, not above, not above, but something away from you, like 3 to 5 meters. You just look there, and then there are some basic stretches like you can just sit and do these kind of stretches which involves your shoulder, so it basically stretches your shoulders. And then what you can do is you can just straighten up your legs. It really calms down your lower leg area and your thighs. And then what
Right.
what you can do is you can just stretch your fingers like this you can do.
I never knew वैभव is so talented. मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था. आज शोभना आई है तो वैभव का ये टैलेंट मुझे पता चल रहा है कि वरना तो
Hmm.
He
ग्रेट यार.
himself is very much, fitness freak. So
Yeah,
he will answer all
actually, the
the questions.
first podcast that we did, so actually मैं और वैभव बात कर रहे थे इसी बारे में. So
Mhm.
anyone who's missed it, आप लोग जा सकते हो, पहला podcast देख सकते हो और चैनल पे ही मिलेगा, right?
Right.
So उसमें वैभव बता रहा था कि how he had lost like 10-15 kgs, वैभव, if I'm
Yeah.
recollecting right.
Yes, somewhere around 10 to 15 kgs. Yeah.
So obviously,
I have seen his
right,
journey personally, and
Yes.
he was one of those people who actually motivated me
and
to
at
be
the
on
at the
that
same
journey.
at the same time मेरी जर्नी भी बहुत इंस्पायरिंग थी. I gained 10-15 kilos, so we just balanced it out.
Yeah, right.
Equilibrium बहुत जरूरी है भाई. अगर मैं वेट गेन नहीं करूंगा तो किसी ने लूज किया है, ये पता कैसे चलेगा, राइट? तो
Right, you have to
Yeah.
balance it out.
राइट.
Agree, completely
Yeah.
agree. And for
I,
this, and just for the info, you want to see these stretches which you can do while sitting on your desk itself. You can just log on, just Google it and just see what all stretches we can do while
No,
sitting.
but
and
why
very
should
very simple. I can also tell like what are the simple ways to
Yeah.
actually remember which
Hmm.
stretches you have to do. So you have a neck. What are the areas you can move your neck in? So you can
Yeah.
just look left or
Left,
right,
right,
up
up,
and down.
down.
Okay, and then you can just rotate completely from left to right, full rotation, and you can go for half rotations also. Okay, and then you have shoulders. After your neck comes your shoulders. Your shoulders can move into like one direction only. You can just rotate it, full rotation, right? Or you can just keep it up or down.
हाँ,
So
बहुत बहुत
very
आराम
simple.
मिलता है.
Then comes your wrists. So you can just you're going to stretch your hands forward and then you rotate your wrists. You can just simply
Very
pull your
nice.
fingers.
Very
Hmm.
nice. मजा आ गया.
And उसके बाद क्या बचता है? बैक बचती है. बैक कौन सी
Right.
डायरेक्शन में जा सकती है? You can just look
But
at the
on
back.
right on that note, Shobna, I mean, मैं I would really like to request you, अगर हम लोग एक दिन सुबह को podcast रखें क्या यार वैभव, like live जाते हैं, like we
I'm
have
not
I
sure.
can guys, I can help you
right.
guys, do yoga nicely. We
हाँ.
can have a session, that's fine.
I mean,
Right, definitely.
I think Ashish, we should ask our viewers if they are really
Right.
interested for having a podcast in the morning where Shobna can teach us something. We'll definitely have it.
Right.
Maybe on a Sunday morning,
And
somewhere 9
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and in fact, I mean, before that, I mean, do follow Shobna on Instagram because
Yes,
just
definitely.
you never know, right? What can inspire you? Because बहुत आसान है ये सोशल मीडिया की दुनिया में बस ऐसे स्वाइप करते रहना इधर उधर जाना, but बहुत difficult है to really find inspiration. So if you
Yeah.
really want to find inspiration in your life, you want to change your life, go on Instagram, follow Shobna, get inspired, and if you really want some good entertaining stuff, come to YouTube. और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो अभी, दोबारा से बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है, बार बार बोलता रहता हूँ मैं, फिर करते नहीं हो तुम लोग सब्सक्राइब. अभी भी हम लोग एनालिटिक्स में देख रहे हैं, ऑलमोस्ट 90% ऑफ पीपल हु आर वाचिंग आर वीडियोस आर नॉट सब्सक्राइबिंग. तो भाई
Yeah.
कर दो यार सब्सक्राइब, अभी सब्सक्राइब करो. इतने इतने अच्छे हम गेस्ट लाते हैं आपके लिए, इतनी अच्छी इन्फॉर्मेशन लाते हैं. वैभव इतना प्रोफेशनल तरीके से बात करता है आपसे,
Oh
तो यार करो यार वैभव.
You guys
देखो
are
आप
really
लोग,
doing a good job.
हाँ,
मतलब, I enjoy your podcast personally.
I
I
am
watch them every Saturday.
एंड शोभना, आई प्रॉमिस नॉट जस्ट टू यू बट टू एवरीवन, जितने भी हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं सबको मैं प्रॉमिस कर रहा हूँ, सो द मोमेंट वी हिट 500 सब्सक्राइबर्स, वैभव फुल स्प्लिट करेगा.
Oh my God! I have to do full split, and it is being promised by him. You see now.
So one of the मैं इस बात पे एक चीज और बोलना चाहती हूँ कि whenever we are in yoga, okay, and we are setting a goal like this कि हम इतने टाइम में ये चीज अचीव करेंगे, it will never work. So you have to give it time. I mean, just don't set that kind of if you are doing a pose or something, posture, asana, तो उसमें मेरा भी स्टार्टिंग नहीं होता था कि यार मेरे को ये चीज करनी है, फटाफट से करनी है. एंड धीरे धीरे देन आई रियलाइज्ड कि देयर इज नो पॉइंट कि मैं इसका कोई टाइम सेट रखूं, बिकॉज इट विल कम व्हेन इट हैज टू कम. This asana will come to me only when I am ready. And how will I be ready? Only when I'll keep practicing and give efforts.
So maybe 1000 subscribers.
Yeah, I think that's it. But you're gonna grow very fast and don't grow that fast. So,
Yeah.
थोड़ा
Okay,
ज्यादा
okay.
10 पे रख लेते हैं. I think that will make him
Yeah.
do it.
But
Now that's a
yeah.
very reliable, or what can I say? I mean, very realistic goal.
That's a realistic goal actually. You can have 10k, but you never know. क्या पता यार, this channel is gonna grow like on a very like.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Okay. I think we had enough of really fun talk, and it's been very good talking to you, Shobna. And yes, we all are very much inspired to try out yoga, and I'm gonna start with the sun salutation. तो मैं कल सुबह से ही ये चीज स्टार्ट करने वाला हूँ. मेरे को सारे जो भी आपने बताया, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ नंबर ऑफ आसन्स. आई डू नॉट एग्जैक्टली नो व्हाट all and how it is exactly done, so I'll maybe just watch a YouTube video, or I mean maybe
You can
just
always find
view
it
view a
on.
Instagram video of yours, and get an idea how to do that. And from tomorrow I'll definitely start, and I think everybody should start that. Yeah.
5 to 10 sun salutations in a day will keep you away from the doctors.
Yeah, great. All right then. With this, any ending comments, Ashish?
Yes, Vaibhav. I mean, I really have to say this was a really fun podcast session that we had, because it was not just speaking to a very dear friend Shobna, but क्या नाम है, आप देखते हो like your own friends having a terrific journey with yoga. So there is a lot to learn from them.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
definitely आज काफी कुछ सीखा है मैंने. I mean definitely वैभव ने भी, और
right.
हमारे सभी viewers ने सीखा होगा. So I mean it was a fantastic I mean podcast to say, and you were a fantastic guest, Shobna. So any closing comments that you would want to say? I mean anything that you would want to say. So
I would just want to say like follow some, you have to first start something to know how does it go and how will it feel. So yoga, maybe you won't resonate with yoga, but you have to first give it a try. And I can vouch for it, if you are going to try, you are not going to turn your back on it.
Wow,
That's
So
wow, that's
so you will
great.
definitely find your way in it somehow, in some other way. It's just not about the asanas. It has a lot to offer. Yoga is for everybody. It is for everybody. They say it is for everybody, from child to old to anybody can do it.
And
absolutely.
that's what we keep telling our audience. Like yoga is for everybody, and Whiskey Wheel, our channel, is for
It's for
everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
right.
Just so just go ahead and subscribe it. Let us know what you feel in the comment section.
Hmm.
Like the video, share us on the Instagram, so that, and also hit the notification icon so that you don't miss anything on the channel. So that was one hell of a session. Thanks a lot, Shobna, and thanks a lot, Vaibhav. So just any closing comment from Vaibhav, and we're good for this session. Thanks a lot.
I think we already have a lot of closing comments. I just really want to thank Shobna for accepting the invite, and she came here from uh, by tackling with her busy schedule. So we are really thankful that you have come with us on this podcast, and a big round of thanks to Ashish as well to be a wonderful co-host. And
अरे
with
यार, उसी से
this,
याद आया, अगले अगले पॉडकास्ट का तूने बता दिया क्या सबको? नेक्स्ट
नहीं नहीं,
पॉडकास्ट का?
अभी अभी नहीं बताया, वो सीक्रेट है, वो
अच्छा,
बहुत ही
ओके ओके
धमाकेदार
ओके
होने वाला है।
ओके ओके, अच्छा
वो
बताना नहीं
अभी
है ना अभी?
नहीं,
ठीक है
अभी नहीं
ठीक है।
बताना, अभी नहीं बताना, सरप्राइज है वो, तगड़ा एकदम। चलो, तो फिर अभी के लिए ये बस पॉडकास्ट क्लोज करते हैं। गुड नाइट, स्टे हेल्दी, स्टे काम, कीप प्रैक्टिसिंग योगा, कीप लिस्टिंग टू अस, बाय बाय, गुड नाइट।
Thank you. Bye bye.